Sam and Rob were similar in a lot of ways, just personality-wise. And they both share a lot of loves of the same things. They both love hockey. They both love being outside and being around family. Sam was in kindergarten, and it was spring. It was April. And I started noticing him just falling asleep in random places, and I thought, oh, maybe it's a growth spurt. He was drinking a lot of water, but we just had the water repaired on the refrigerator door, so I thought, well, maybe he is just having a lot of fun with this. I mean, he's young. One day, though, I got a call from his teacher at school, and she said, Sam chose to stay inside instead of go outside for recess today, and he slept with his head on the table the whole time. I thought, that does not sound like Sam. I kind of started to go online and see what came up, and everything that came up was type 1 diabetes, and so I kept rejecting it. No, it's not in our family. No, but the next morning I was waking him up, and I could feel every vertebra on his back, and I knew that there was something wrong here. So instead of going to school, we went to the doctor's office. He had the diagnosis within 5 minutes.
I remember being sick before being diagnosed, and I remember directly afterwards a lot of confusion and not really knowing what was going on.
It was a scary thing, taking this little arm and this potent medication and hoping that you're doing it right. They were telling us that, well, you're in the honeymoon period now. And I was thinking, this is your idea of a honeymoon? This is grueling, this is torture. I really hadn't thought that lightning could strike twice like that, because that's what it felt like the first time. And, all of a sudden I started to notice Sam's older brother, Robbie, was 2.5 years older. He was in 4th grade at the time. He was just looking a little thinner. And again, I thought the same thing I did with Sam. I thought, it's a growth spurt. Kids have growth spurts. And then within a short period of time, we were at a family event, and he had a suit on, and I thought, okay, well, he probably just looks thin because that's a dark suit. And then we were seated at the table for the tables for the program. He was at a different table, and I was watching him. He got up, filled his glass, came, sat down. A little bit later, he got up, filled his glass, came, sat down. And get up and go to the bathroom, come sit down. And I was sitting at the table, and I don't know what was being said on stage at that point. I'm just going, I think,
Yeah, it's a mom's job to worry. I say that sometimes. But she definitely worries about us more than we would about each other, I'd say.
I get worried, I get afraid that, oh no, we're not doing this, we're not controlling this, and that comes through in my voice, and Sam thinks he's in trouble.
Yeah, there's been times where I felt like I didn't want to keep going through the diabetes, and it was just really tough. Specifically when I was playing hockey or studying for a test or something, and my numbers just couldn't get into a good range, or maybe when I was sick and I was just constantly high. It brings a lot of frustration with it.
Every now and then we'll wake up both separately, but at the same time in the middle of the night with low blood sugar, and we'll come downstairs and kind of make a meal together at 2 or 3 a.m. So that's kind of been fun, and honestly have some good memories from that.
I mean, for them, obviously carrying their own, effort with managing their T1D is their deal. And then being a mother and having 2 children who are carrying that on a day-to-day basis is a whole nother thing.
It's very easy to, for the panic to come through, or the fear, the being angry at myself. I should have been on top of this. Why did I let you do that? And my hope for them is that they get to the point where they're not having to think about it. And if they're not having to think about it throughout their everyday, then those long-term complications and short-term risky complications are minimized or gone as well. Those two things go hand in hand, and that's my wish for them for the future. You know, for the sake of my kids and everyone else's kids, just having the day be like a kid's without diabetes. JDRF is an opportunity for me, you know, really to feel like I'm doing something, to feel like even though I can't watch my kids anymore all the time, I can't quiz them constantly on how things are going. I can't control the fact that you know they have type 1, but I can do something about it. And you know, what I love about JDRF is that the doing something about it is just something that you see before your very eyes.
Whether it's their advocacy work with the Special Diabetes Program, to their work in research, and just the unbelievable progress that's happened.
When you hear from the scientists behind this research, the people who are so devoted, who are investing so much, and you just feel honored to be in their presence. And then I, you know, remember what they're doing for, you know, the people I love in my own family. It's a pretty mind-blowing experience. It's pretty special.
It's amazing to see, and the progress that we've seen just in the time that we've been involved more recently with JDRF is just amazing. And it's an investment that we feel really strongly about, given how close to home it is for us.